Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Lawrence to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
6-6, bullet high. Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And some room to maneuver. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Denver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown! Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. On play action, Lawrence. Shark's got it, left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The sneak successful for the yard out, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and 10. Now Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Bridgewater to Fant, first down Broncos.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 41. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Bridgewater again. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you...
And this is caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andrew Beck punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score, Broncos 17, Jaguars 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going right back to Fant. They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Lawrence to Jones, 1st down, Jacksonville. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Lambeau is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Completes it to Fant on the right side. score. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Good, nothing.
And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled. can't take him. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Bridgewater gives to Williams here on the draw.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Williams. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Williams. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Runs through. Williams loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So potentially a big turnaround brewing to begin this third quarter as this defense forces a much-needed turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Malcolm Brown. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll hand it off now. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Williams.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. And Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36.
Lawrence going to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. They give it to Williams, running right. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run it with Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. And to throw again is Lawrence.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Go, go. On the back.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working.